video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below. Alright, y'all. You know, I said something in a previous video about First Amendment Auditors. And I'll admit I probably wasn't very kind. Not that I really care about being polite or kind, because I am, let's face it, I'm a bit of an asshole. I own it. I admit to it. But I think I got a point. Anyway, I'm going to give you First Amendment Auditors the chance of a lifetime to redeem yourselves. I'm not talking about those who actually try to do some good. I'm talking about you that basically do it for a paycheck. You know, I don't have 500,000 views on a YouTube channel because I pissed in some cop's cornflakes. If I piss in some cop's cornflakes, not to get graphic, but I empty my whole bladder in them cornflakes and then sit there and watch the son of a bitch eat it with a smile on my face. But I won't do it on a whim. I have to have a reason. And that's where a lot of y'all fail. I'm not talking about people like Jeff Gray, because Jeff Gray is he's actually polite. I would dare say that Jeff Gray, who is a friend of mine, by the way, is a lot more polite than I am. Give that to him hands down. He's nice until it's time to not be nice. Everybody remembers Roadhouse. Be nice until it's time to not be nice, and I'll let you know when it's not time to be nice. We all remember Patrick Swayze saying that. And if you ain't ever watched Roadhouse, you're too young to talk to me. Anyway, so I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to do something good. Go out here, go into municipal court, or justice court, county court. Go in there, pull the docket, watch some trials, wait until you see a judge act improperly, and it's going to happen. Find one that gives somebody excessive bail. That's a big one. That is probably the most violated of our Bill of Rights, is the right against excessive bail. A lot of times it's punitive, and it shouldn't be. I'm saying this as a former bail bondsman. A lot of times it is punitive. I've seen it. Go in there and see if you find judges that are soft on things like domestic violence, which, again, as a former bail bondsman, I wouldn't bond you out on domestic violence. I'd leave your ass sit. Because what you going to do when you get out? You going to beat the hell out of your old lady again, right? Not on my watch. You can sit there. Enjoy county. Call somebody else. And I made that clear. You call me with a domestic violence charge, nope. You can sit there. Just the way I feel. I was raised by my mother and my grandmother. I've got 2 sisters and a daughter. You lay hands on one of them, we got problems. Yeah, no. Therefore, I have that right to refuse service to anybody for any reason, and I would refuse their service. Go find judges who are hard on victimless crimes. Go find judges who allow cops to lie. That's a big one. And if you don't think, I know some of y'all that are all Blue Lives Matter and, all this other shit. Well, not all cops are liars. You're right. Not all of them are liars. I know some of the finest people to ever put on a uniform that have more integrity than probably Mother Teresa. And I've seen that. I've experienced it. But there are some out there that just want the reputation. You catch one in a lie, you'll find out why that judge didn't press charges on him for perjury. I just did a whole video, my last video. I'm going after a cop who committed perjury. He falsified an affidavit. Go find those people. Start looking at everything they've done. You're going to get some pushback. I'm actually probably going to do a public records request, and I'm going to request every citation this officer has written in the last year, and it's going to cost me some money, and I don't care. That's how committed I am. Because I know I'm not the first one that he's falsified an affidavit on. I'm not doing this to embarrass anybody who's got a ticket by him. And chances are better than not I'm going to, if I go public with the information, which I probably will go public with it, I'm probably going to go in and redact the defendant's name. Just because I think it should. But I want the disposition of all these charges that he signed. Because I'm not the first. Find somebody like that and start going after him. Start doing it. You want to do public records request? Okay. Do more than just walk in and ask for a complaint from them just to see if they'll give you one. That's what a lot of you do. I just watched a video to where a First Amendment auditor went into the Biloxi Police Department in Biloxi, Mississippi, my hometown, and my opinion is kudos to John Miller's police department. John Miller's the chief, and he was the first guy that the auditor encountered out there. Well, the second guy that he encountered. First one he encountered was actually a retired officer by the name of Blackwell. Great guy, by the way. Great guy. Friend of mine. Couldn't ask for a better person than Blackwell. If you know the video, he was the one that was behind the desk there in the warrants desk. But It was a good audit. But all he did was go in there and request a public records request and then start filming inside the building. The chief, John Miller, told him, hey, go around the back of the building, go check out the officer memorial. When he got back there, he ran into Dykes, another good guy. No, I couldn't believe it when I saw him in his parade dress uniform. I remember him when he was a snot-nosed rookie officer. Great guy, though. Great guy. Dykes, if you see it, you know what's up, brother. Anyway, it was a good encounter. It showed the professionalism of BPD, and I'm proud to see that. However, do more than that. And the one that did the audit there at Biloxi was from Texas. I guess he just happened to be in Biloxi and said, hey, let me go make a YouTube video. I'm cool with it. You don't want to do it while you're on vacation. You don't want to go bouncing around somebody else's backyard and start investigating dirty cops. I get it. You got some in your hometown. Start investigating them. Start investigating city attorneys like Jeff Bruni in Gulfport, who apparently just completely pissed off a federal judge. I love that, by the way. Just goes to show that a lot of lawyers are actually stupid, regardless of their 7 years of college. Personally, I love kicking lawyers' asses. It's a hobby of mine. Only thing I've ever really hired an attorney for was to, handle the paperwork on my divorce, which was non-contested, and I got to a car wreck once and I hired an attorney to handle that for me because I didn't feel like dealing with the paperwork. Other than that, I don't hire attorneys. Why pay somebody to do what I could do on my own? But go out there and go do some real auditing. That's how you want to audit somebody. That's how you audit. You start taking down these bad seeds. You strip them of their badge. So this is a call to action to all you wannabe YouTuber First Amendment auditor people that walk around asking for complaint reports and salary information and MSDS sheets and, all this other crazy. Go ask for something that actually matters. That's my challenge to you. You got the power. You know how to do it. You know how the system works. It's not difficult. Make it, do something worthwhile. And if you need an example, if you want to become a real changing shit First Amendment auditor, give me a call, 228-337-2099. I'll be glad to help you. I'll walk you through the system. Only thing I'm lacking is my video editing skills suck, and I know this. But, hey, it's not hard. Go into your community, go into your city, and go find the, how can I say this without saying it? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Go to the black part of town, the low-income part of town, and start asking, hey, who's been wronged by the police? Okay, what's the officer's name? All right, what happened? Okay, well, you got your ass kicked because you was actually resisting. Well, there ain't nothing I can do for you. Oh, you got your house, somebody forced his way into your house without a warrant? Okay, now we can do something. Start looking into this shit. It's all public record. They can't hide behind it. At least in Mississippi. Although sometimes they will try. So you take them to Chancery Court. Which is what I'm fixing to do. Literally, the only reason I haven't done it yet, I just haven't had the money to go file yet. But it's coming. Y'all think about it. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228.